أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Surah Al-Baqarah, the second chapter of the Quran, lays down the foundation for spiritual, moral, and social success. In the previous session, we explored the first two verses of Surah Al-Baqarah, where the Quran established itself as a flawless source of guidance, free from contradiction and error. However, this guidance is truly beneficial only to those who possess taqwa, the awareness of Allah that shapes moral integrity and spiritual depth. In this session, we will reflect on the next verse of Surah Al-Baqarah and uncover the profound connection between faith and prayer. Faith in the unseen lays the foundation for spiritual growth, but prayer elevates the believer, establishing a direct connection with Allah and transforming intellectual belief into spiritual realization. Who believe in the unseen establish prayer and spend out of what we have provided for them. The first defining quality of a true believer is faith in the unseen, Iman bil-Ghayb. According to Maulana Muhammad Ali in Bayanul Quran, Ghaib refers to all that is hidden from human perception. Allah's existence and attributes, angels and spiritual beings, the hereafter and divine decree. Faith in the unseen is not blind belief. It is based on recognizing the observable signs of Allah's presence and wisdom. There are signs for those who reflect. Surah Al-Baqarah 2, 164.
Modern science confirms the existence of unseen forces that govern the universe. Gravity, for example, we cannot see it, but we observe its effects. Planets orbiting the sun, objects falling to the ground. Dark matter and dark energy. Scientists estimate that 95% of the universe is composed of unseen matter and energy. And then there are magnetic fields, invisible but essential for protecting Earth from solar radiation.
And he holds the sky from falling upon the earth except by his permission. Surah Al-Hajj 22, 65. Psychological studies confirm that faith in a higher power reduces anxiety, and stress increases emotional resilience and moral consistency, and enhances a sense of purpose and meaning in life. Faith in the unseen provides emotional and psychological stability, creating strength during life's uncertainties. Faith in the unseen creates moral accountability even when no one is watching. Corruption and injustice thrive where moral accountability is absent. Societies with strong moral frameworks experience greater social cohesion and trust. Allah knows what is in the hearts. Surah Al-Mulk 67:13. Faith in the unseen establishes the foundation for belief. But belief alone is not enough. It requires action to grow and strengthen. This is where prayer, or Salat, becomes essential. Prayer is the natural elevation from belief. It transforms intellectual faith into spiritual connection. The second defining quality of a believer is that they establish prayer, known as Iqama-us-Salat. According to Maulana Muhammad Ali, the word yuqimun or establish means more than just performing prayer. It means to set it up as a regular practice, to protect and maintain it as a pillar of life. Prayer is not merely a ritual, it is a means of direct connection with Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said prayer is the Miraj or ascension of a believer. Just as the Prophet, peace be upon him, ascended to the heavens during the Miraj, a believer spiritually ascends toward Allah through prayer. In prayer, a believer speaks directly to Allah, moving beyond intellectual belief to a personal experience of Allah's presence.
Just as celestial bodies move in perfect orbits due to gravitational pull, the Earth revolves around the Sun, and the Moon revolves around the Earth. This orbital balance maintains cosmic order. Similarly, prayer aligns the believer's life with the spiritual orbit of Sirat-ul-Mustaqeem, the straight path. The gravitational pull that holds planets in place is like Allah's guidance that holds a believer on the right path. Just as deviation from orbit causes cosmic collapse, abandoning prayer causes moral and spiritual imbalance.
And he it is who created the night and the day and the sun and the moon, each gliding along in an orbit. Surah Al-Anbiya 21:33.
Studies confirm that regular prayer lowers cortisol levels, the stress hormone. It increases dopamine and serotonin, which are linked to happiness and calmness. Prayer also strengthens neural pathways connected to emotional regulation. Essentially, prayer realigns the mind and body, creating emotional balance and mental clarity.
Regular prayer helps in reducing stress and anxiety. It increases emotional resilience and enhances self-control and moral clarity. Prayer creates social unity. Congregational prayers foster community bonds. Shared rituals strengthen trust and cooperation. Faith is belief in the unseen. Prayer transforms belief into experience. Through prayer, the believer feels Allah's presence, strengthening faith and moral clarity. Faith without prayer remains incomplete. Prayer deepens faith and strengthens moral action. Faith in the unseen equals intellectual foundation and moral accountability. Prayer equals spiritual elevation and direct connection with Allah. Just as celestial orbits are maintained by gravitational pull, a believer's moral and spiritual orbit is maintained through prayer. May Allah grant us true faith in the unseen, establish prayer in our lives, and elevate us through closeness to Him. Amin. If you found this content valuable, like, comment, and share to spread the message. Subscribe for more deep Quranic insights and spiritual guidance.